friends. We believe that. Oh, you are unique. You are unstoppable. You are unbeatable. You are timeless. You are delicious. You are witty. You are Vincent. You are deep. You are wise. You are genuine. You are candid. You are charming. You are charismatic. Let's together keep shining and keep smiling to make planet Earth a beautiful place to be in. Hello. Hello, Professor.
Hello, ma'am.
Greetings of peace, love, and happiness to everyone. A big, big welcome to Let's Chat Over Coffee. Okay, you see the cup? My coffee has gotten slightly cold, but I'm sure Professor has his cup of coffee also ready.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, perfect. We are going to be chatting over coffee today. So, Professor, first of all, a big, big welcome. Salam, namaste, greetings of peace, love, and happiness. And to everyone, all of our friends who have joined us live on Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, Chilparko International believes in the power of humanitarianism. And how do we do it? Through the power of the C's: care, communicate, connect, as you heard in our song, create, collaborate. Spreading smiles, sanguinity, positivity, making planet Earth a beautiful place to be in, enhancing self-worth, but at the same time reiterating one important thing, and that is that life is an endless journey of learning. You keep on learning. There is no age when it stops. It begins the moment you're here on planet Earth till the time you are here, till the last day. Every day, there's a beautiful, timeless, tenacious learning process, and that is what we're doing. We learn from one another because everyone has that uniqueness to share with their fellow brothers and sisters, their fellow friends, colleagues, the people that they interact with, everyone. So first of all, we have with us the very, very wonderful, one of my favorite professors and academicians, all the way from Bangladesh. He is Professor Dr. Shahriar Parvez. Now, he is the founder, the CEO of Independent Perception and Research Hub. So he is a scientist, and I think he is also someone who is really into technology in a big, big way, especially all the latest trends, because he believes in keeping himself updated. But that does not mean that Professor does not believe in the power of humanitarianism. Values, humanity, brotherhood, peace, love, care, understanding are all his qualities, majorly. And it is so evident from the way he behaves, from the way he talks with everyone. But first of all, before we start our fun chat, hello, a big welcome. How are you doing, Professor?
Namaste and salam and hello, all of the world. And it is my pleasure that Professor Dr. Alka Madam inviting me his international chill Perko show chat with him, and I'm just excited from today's morning that how can I express my excitement that yes, at the moment when Professor Alka asked me the question, how can I give the answer to her, because he is always a man of creativity, a personality who is the outbound, that is called extraordinary. So I just give my salam to you, and yes, I'm well. How are you? I'm just saying yes.
I am always, on top of the world, euphoric, ecstatic, excited about what everyday life has to bring. Every day is a huge challenge. Don't you think so, Professor? Every day there is something new. When you think that you know it all, there's a new challenge that comes up, and then you have to deal with it judiciously, you have to deal with it wisely, and you have to deal with it keeping your sanity intact. But yes, enough of me, but you were very generous with all your words, so I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You always do that, and you always flatter me no end. And let me tell you one thing, honestly, I really like it. Thank you so much. I love being
Yes,
honest and I love being real. And I know you also love being real. No filters, no nothing. Absolute reality the way it is. So first of all,
definitely.
Professor,
Yes, please.
uh, your name, Shahriar Parvez. How does this, I mean, how does this talk about you as a personality? Does it actually mean what you are as a person, as a persona, or more than that? What does Shahriar
Okay.
Parvez mean?
So it's a very interesting question because I asked this question to my parents that why they choose this name that Shahriar Parvez. So
Okay.
actually, it is the name that Shahriar means is the name of emperor, the princess, the king.
Oh,
So that is the mean of Shahriar because my father name was Shah Alam. So the king means it means the king. So I am his son. So I am the prince. So that is called the Shahriar. And actually, I have my nickname also in my family. I have my nickname that is very much related. Each and everyone know actually that is called Robin. So that is my nickname,
Robbie,
R- Robin, Robin
Robin.
Hood.
Oh, okay, that
So
man who saved everyone, who did things to
yes,
help other people.
yes.
So the kind man, you are really kind. Well, that if that's what it means,
So
yes, it
so
does.
I think with my personality, my parents actually did a great thing that they selected my name in this way. So I'm thankful to them. And actually, my nickname actually selected by my elder sister.
Oh,
She actually now lived in UK. So that is my total name is Muhammad Shahriar Parvez, and my nickname is Robin.
wow, that's amazing. So you have an interesting name, Professor. But somehow when I think Robin, it seems like a very teenager kind of a person. It doesn't seem the professor that you are. But we shouldn't really go by names. But that is something which becomes a part of us, I feel. That's the power of name. I don't know, people say what's in a name, but I think a lot is there in a name. So it 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 gives you those fond memories of your parents, and I know how you value your parents' love, and you keep on reiterating this in every episode that we meet, in every conference that we meet. You talk about the legacy that your parents have left for you. So that is wonderful.
Yes.
That is
Definitely, and
wonderful.
and and I just add one thing more. That is that we are two brother and sisters, so that is a total four. So now each of us, the our proper name actually started from S, and
Okay.
all of the nickname started from R.
Okay, so this is okay. So that's quite interesting. Everyone has a name with S, and everyone has a nickname with R.
Yes,
Wonderful. That's
and
cool.
my two. I'm the youngest son of my parents, and my two sisters has two daughter, and my elder brother and I have one son, one son. So we have two daughters and two son in our family, and their nickname actually started from A.
Okay, that's their nickname is with A. Okay.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Wow. I think that's quite an interesting update about your family and family names and everything. But that's wonderful. Now, Professor, life is beautiful if you see everything around you with those eyes. You see everything with a very positive mindset. But when we think about certain words like happiness, like success, like commitments, like friendships, like relationships. Everyone perceives them differently, everyone behaves and reacts towards them differently. If I ask you, Professor, they say that happiness is an inside job. What would you add to this, or how would you say? Because it is many times I feel that we don't really give it proper meaning. We just take it for granted. We take happiness for granted, we take love for granted, we take peace for granted, we take kindness for granted, we take commitments and friendships and relationships for granted, and even happiness. What do you feel about happiness first?
Thank you, ma'am, for asking a very difficult question. I think so, because happy. We each and every person actually searching happiness in their life. Otherwise, we are nothing. So
Yeah.
before I give this answer, I just provide my answer. I just give my respect, showing my respect to all of the person who are actually uh, 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 they are actually, this is the month of February, and in this month actually it is a language movement month of Bangladesh, and in
Yes.
the 21st February is the International Language Day. So
Yes.
for that reason, I just give respect to them and their families. So now I just give my answer to you, that happiness. The point is here, madam, that when you just say the word happiness, a person who is born from uh, the day one, he or she searching happiness in his or her life. How? Because when we are actually in a child, at that moment we just only think about that, we feel hungry and we just cry. So when we cry, we are actually searching happiness with food, because at
Yes.
that time our mother give us the food. After a certain period of time, when we are growing, each and every time the word happiness actually change the meaning. Now, in this moment, if you ask me what's your happiness, I'm just searching my happiness into my son, into my child, that how he will grow up in a better position, in a
Mm.
better life. So, like, if you asked me this question at the time of my college life,
Was different.
yes, I was just saying, oh, ma'am, actually, I am searching my happiness with chatting with beautiful ladies. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I love
So,
your honesty. That's what I said. We need to be real. And it's about time that some of us, even if it's some of us, because very few people, Professor, can be real in this world. It's a real world, but people have made it unreal. And I think
definitely,
where we only are responsible for it, so we only need to do something about it. We need to bring that reality back. We need to call a spade a spade. And even when we're talking about things like this, we need to be very grounded. And I think you made a lot of sense when you said that every moment, if it's a child, probably the happiness will be in food, chocolates, ice creams, teddy bears, cartoons, Tom and Jerry. Oh,
definitely,
I'm happy. But as you grow up, then it's probably, your friends, your college life. As you grow up, then, your wife, your husband. As you grow up, then your children. So you keep on searching that happiness and looking for happiness in them. If they're happy, you're happy. So yes, you're right. Happiness differs from stage to stage in life, but
definitely,
everyone can be happy with small things in life. I think this is important. We all need to be thankful for the little mercies. So when we see our children smile, we smile. We're happy at that time. When we see our
yes,
parents bless us, we are
yes,
happy. When we see our brothers and sisters happy, we feel happy. When we see our global family happy, everybody is happy, everyone is together, there's no hatred, it's loving camaraderie, we feel happy. But you know what? What saddens me and pains me is when friendships go for a toss. Good friendships just for ego, perhaps, or maybe for whatever reason. Why do you think friendships, good friendships, get upset? So, since we're just chatting, because you have a lot of friends, I have a lot of friends. We consider I consider, but it's a little difficult, let's be real. You cannot be friends with everyone, but you try to spread happiness, in your small way. But when we talk of friendships, how would you perceive, being a good friend to your friends? Or how would you behave?
Yes. Actually, the point is here that we are now actually social animal. Basically, each and every time we just always observing the Facebook. And in my Facebook already alert me that you have more than 5,000 friends. So there is no space for friend. But one thing I just observed that in this 5,000 friend, I will not get more than 10%, not more than,
That's a
hardly.
lot. I think even
Yes,
that's a lot.
that's a lot. Not more than 10% actually happy when they just observe that I'm happy. I'm feeling
Hmm,
happy.
hmm,
So what's the meaning is that? The meaning is that, ma'am, that friendship, in a friendship, bonding is very much important. And in a and each of the time when we are growing, at that time we just observing that, oh, he actually doing good, she actually doing good, or some of the person actually just categorize the thing like, okay, in my friend list, you are the prioritized friend, like in Facebook also, your star, like priority friend star, you just give the bookmark friend. So
yes.
we just actually divided the friendship in a categorized way. So why? Because actually the main problem inside us, we cannot keep that kind of relationship, or we cannot sustain that kind of relationship because of our egos, because of our jealousness, because of we think that, oh, he's doing good for me, so, oh, okay, I just neglect him or her. Oh, he
You're
is not
right.
in my list, he is not in my list because I am in a better position. So my friend circle now, I am just running my wheel in a Mercedes Benz, and he has only a Vespa. So okay, I just categorize you in a Vespa friend, or in a scooty friend. But I have now my Mercedes, so my friend circle now surround me those who have that wheel of Mercedes. So that is the main thing. It is the main problem inside us, ma'am, not in a society. Basically, if we just develop our inner heart,
Hmm,
then it is easily we can sustain our friendship. So for that reason, when sometime I just write some text in a Facebook, that I just remove those friends who are actually burning their heart to see that I have lots of certificates. Most of the friends, many of friends just calling me and asking, oh, uh, Professor Parvez, Dr. Parvez, Robin, you have lots of certificate. How can you get it? So I said, oh, that is your question. That is your question, that how can I get it? Or you just call me that, okay, I wishing you to get more and more success in your life. So that is the main thing.
you're so right, and there's so many things attached to this. I think we all have a lot of work to do when it comes to friendships, how to actually be a good friend. We're still working, and I hope we can keep on working at it. And we also need to remember that communication is very important. Don't just believe something and go by that and then just form an opinion. Many times what happens is we read something, we see something, and we form an opinion. And when we form an opinion which is all wrong, we don't even talk to the person and we take action. And I think that's again something which is Not, you can do it once to a person, you can do it twice. But if you do it three times, then if the person who is supposed to be your friend still lets you do it, it means you are manipulating that person. You're trying to control that person and not letting that person be. The problem in friendships, like you said, is a lot of control. People love controlling you. People cannot let you just be you. And if they take away your power or they snatch your uniqueness, that's wrong. I think we need to appreciate that. We need to, like you said, we need to applaud them. We need to say, congratulations, keep
Yes,
going, keep
good.
shining, go at it. That's the way, rock on. Get more certificates, be more successful in life. But rather than
A-
that, we say, how did you get it? But how could you? You don't even know this, or you don't
And
even know.
and for that reason, now I'm just observed that I have lots of international friends, lots of international friends around the world, and they actually uh, feeling good. When I get something, they actually feeling good. They actually comments like in your comments, you just say, I am excited. So that's this word is lost for me because at that moment I'm just thinking, oh, that is the show because the host is excited. So when she asked me the question that I'm also excited, how can I express myself in that uh, program? So that is
Professor,
the main thing.
I know one thing. You are a very culturally inclined person. So when you are very, very happy, what is the song that comes to your mind? And you have to hum it. Don't just hum it, sing it. I like to break this hard, very serious topic that we were talking about on friendships and its profoundness. That I think when one is very happy, when you are very happy, what is the song that you like to sing?
Oh, actually, it's a very good question. So, actually, I am singing a lots of songs.
I
But
know that. You're a
I
wonderful singer.
yes, yes, I but for today's program I especially bring one song because I know that I'm just expecting and predicting that I just speculate that madam must ask me this question in this program. So for that reason I'm just bring a copy of I don't know you see it or not.
I can see it. I can see it.
And it is also a song which actually it is a John Denver song, the Annie song.
Oh, I love
Yes,
John Denver.
yes, and you know, yeah, this song also a Bengali version. So I just sang
Oh,
for you also in English and also in Bengali.
okay, fantastic.
Okay, so may I start?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So, dear audience, if I am did some wrong or doing some wrong, because I just apologize because I am not a singer, but Madam always tell me that you are a singer. Okay, fine. Okay, I just start, ma'am. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. Like the mountain in springtime, like a walk in a rain, like a storm in a desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. তুমি
Wow.
ভরেছ এমন এক নিঝুম অরণ্যে বসন্তের পাহাড় চূড়ায় আর বৃষ্টি দিয়ে মরুভূমির ঝড়ে আর ঘুমন্ত সাগরে তুমি ভরে দাও মন ফিরে এসে থ্যাংক ইউ
Wow, you know what? This is one of my favorite songs. And this is a song that is specially dedicated to my daughter because when she was born, my husband was very fond of John Denver. He still is. And even I am. And he said that, if it's going to be a girl, we're going to call her Annie. Annie's her
Okay.
nickname. And
Mhm.
this is Annie's song. What you just now
Yes,
sang, John Denver's
yes.
Annie's song. You fill
Oh.
up my senses like a night in the forest. And when you started singing this, that scene came back, when she was born, and my husband comes to me saying, "It's
Mhm.
Annie. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest." I tell you,
Yes,
this is such a soothing. It's a song that just touches your senses, it soothes you, it calms you, it relaxes you. And there's so much of passion in this song. There's so much of love
definitely,
in this song.
definitely, definitely.
Wow. And the Bengali version is as beautiful as the English one. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely, lovely. I mean, I'm getting goose pimples, Professor. Goosebumps.
Oh, I'm just saying, okay, thank you,
Oh,
man.
you sing. You are a fantastic singer. I don't know why you think otherwise, but you are a wonderful singer. And please keep it up. This is an art that not everyone has. Like I love music, but I think I cannot sing so well because my children tell me, "Mama, when you start singing, it
Mhm.
seems as if it's a nursery kid singing." So I say, "Okay." So that's the fun part. But this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, since we're talking about children and education, um, today's parents, what do you think? Let's be real. What
Mhm.
is it that they're not being real about, when it comes to parenting these days? I
Mhm.
mean, we meet our global friends as well. So
Mhm.
we also hear about their children. Tell me what, and the school kids and the college kids and the university kids. What do you think is still something that needs to be done? What still lacks in the educational system, global educational system? And how,
Yes.
as a parent, because parenting begins at
Mhm.
home,
Yes.
schooling begins at home. So how we as parents can actually, be those new age parenting family? How can we do
Mhm.
that?
It's a very important and very difficult question also because I am also a parent.
I know I'm also a
Yes.
parent.
So the point is here, madam, that actually the lack, the word you use, the lacking, here actually our main lack is our perception because when we are parents we are always thinking that school is the uh, place where if my children just go and they just learn something from their teacher and also they must get the high grade or gpa. So that is the main thing. If from my side, I also m- my spouse that was his result card, was the math result, was the English mark. I'm also a teacher, but when I'm a parent, I'm just asking these types of question. So that is the main lacking from our side.
Yes,
So
yes,
if
yes.
we are just parenting like we just get the sustainable development goal in our children, that is called activity based learning, then we must say whatever grade you just get, no problem, because at first you must get yourself as a human being. If you are not a human, if you have not that heart to help someone, then your CGPA, your grade is nothing for you. So for that reason, I always my wife, I just always tell her that don't say anything to my son if he wants to study now, okay, fine. If he just say, I want to painting, okay, fine. If he want to TikTok, okay, fine. No problem. Because that
It's
is
good.
also a creative thing. Because I am
Yes,
just
yes.
observing and at a moment of my son age is only 4 years old and at the time he just doing that is called directing a play with me. He just say, okay, Papa, you just doing in this way. You just doing in this way. So that is the
Wow.
creativity. That is the activity based learning. So if I just say, oh no, no, this is the time for reading, read, 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 because at our age, after 6 p.m., okay, it is the time for reading. So don't go anywhere, don't watch any movie. Time for reading, time for reading. But now we are in a daze. If I just keep this thing in my son mind, then after a certain period of time, my son asked me, "Oh, eh, am I a that is called am I a toy that you just give me a battery and you just said you do this thing in this way, do this thing that way?" I just said, "You are free, my son. You do anything, no problem."
Wow.
So that is the main thing. But yes, if I want to say as a parents, I always expect that my son will do better or develop their mind in the study, then I always trying something for him. What's that? That is always spending a effective time with him. That
Yeah.
is the main
Quality
thing.
time. Very important.
Quality time,
Yes,
effective time,
yes.
quality time,
Absolutely.
skillful time. If I'm not saying, if I'm not doing that thing with him, then
Mm.
I think yes, after a certain years of time, he will just be spoiled, because when he just move around in a free manner, he don't know how could he will she say hello to the elder. So I just say yes, this is your aunties, this is your uncle. So say salam, say namaste, say hello to him at first when you meet with them. So that is the main.
Wow, that was good. And I think if our friends have joined us live, or even if they watch the show later on, I'm sure this is a very powerful tip that you've given because, as new age parents, it's very important that we let our children be. And I have noticed, you're right, we do talk about grades not making a difference, but, not many of us, I think only 10% of us have actually accepted what you do, that grades, don't worry about that. Let me see your creativity. Let me see that you're being a good human being. The point is, we need to work on that. We need to ensure that our child is a good human being. First and foremost, understand self care, self worth, very important, has a mind of his own or her own, because one shouldn't get swayed by what others say. It's very easy to get influenced by others or be under someone else's control, like you said. I think if one knows how to express one's uniqueness, it may be through anything like directing a play, singing, dancing, acting, gardening, pottery, sculpture, whatever it
like
is.
like I just added one thing,
Mm.
that last week my son just broke my remote control of our TV, and
Okay.
when I was just come back from my office, and my wife said that you see what he did.
Oh,
So
God.
my son just bring that and just on their back, just hide it. I said, what's happened? Oh, you will become an engineer in your life. No problem. Please come to me. So that is the thing. And he just come to me, and I just fixed it. I just show how to fix it. So that is the main
Wonderful.
thing. That is the main thing. I'm
Engage
just
them,
motivating him that yes,
involve
you
them.
will be an
Yes.
engineer in your life. For that reason, you just break it. No problem.
Lovely. I can, and no wonder he probably enjoys your company a lot because he's learning. And I think we also, as parents, learn from our children. We learn a lot from them. They have a lot to share with us. If we have things to share with them, they also have a lot to share with us. sometimes we underestimate their minds, but they have a fantastic mind. And they think of
Definitely.
the most wonderful and most unimaginable of miraculous things, is what I think. And you're, resonating with that. So, what you said now, I think this is again a huge reminder to every parent out there, all our global brothers and sisters. Please give wings to your children's spontaneity. It is so important that they learn to know who they really are from a young age. Let them be real. Do not get them into this fake artificial, artificial syndromes. I mean, do not. What they are, they are. They're wonderful the way they are. Please insist on this. Please insist on this. Do not let them think or do not compare them with others. Right, Professor? This is so important.
Definitely.
And
Definitely, madam.
what about relationships, professors? Let's begin with relationship with parents first and foremost, because I know this is your favorite topic. Relationship with parents.
Okay. So it's a very heart touching thing, actually, relationship with parents, because when they actually with us, we don't understand that what's the relationship with our parents. When they actually, well, after the days when they are not with us, at that time we just understand that yes, what they are actually for our life.
Hmm.
So that is the main thing.
Right.
So in our last show when I was just in your show last time, that I just mentioned one thing, that Professor MD Shahriar Parvez, I am just here because of my parents, because of my father, because of my mother.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's not possible for me to come here and sit in front of you like a extraordinary person and speaking in a very easy way. So, who actually give me that motivation? My parents.
Parents.
Yes, my parents told me that yes, you are the best, and you are the best. Why? If I just still remember that the relationship, that at the time of my higher secondary exam, I was very bad student at that time, actually.
No,
So, yes,
that's so
so,
that's difficult to believe. That's
so,
difficult to believe.
so at that time, when the result was coming out, my mom said, "No problem, you just got second class. Okay, just got second or third class, no problem. You just get a class, not be failed, just get a class, like third class or second class, no problem." So I got first class with four distinction. So that is a different way. But at the moment, my mother just give me that. Oh, son, no problem. You just get second class or third class, no problem. Like in our educational system, we just say division. So you just say second division or third division, no problem. So at that time, I said, "Oh, it's okay, no problem. I'm just feeling motivated." So when I just see the result card, yes, I got the first class with for distinction. So that is the relationship with our parents. And I also
Yes.
told one thing, that my father was my role model, is my role model now in a days. So because I know the norms, I learn the how to speak from my father. So that is the main thing. The parenting
Wonderful.
relationship is very much important. Those families actually the broken up, their children's minds also broke up. So
Hmm.
when they are just they are bonding, the fathers and mother bonding is in this way, then yes, we are always see that my father and mother always love each other. So we are taking that thing, pick up that thing
That's
from
something
our
that
father.
you've taken as a legacy. I can see
Yes.
that as a legacy.
So
Wonderful.
for yes, for that reason, I am always say one thing, that I have one dream, that there will be no old home in this world. This is
Hmm.
my dream. I don't know whether I will be success or not, but yes, that is my slogan. That is my slogan all for all around the world, that no old home. We don't want any old home because our parents is our asset. Our parents is our asset. So that is the main thing.
Precious, precious beyond words. There,
Yes,
there are no words to talk about their importance in our lives. But I mean, we don't have words to even express that kind of emotion when we have to talk about parents, because they're close to our hearts.
definitely.
Very, very close, very, very close. And they know us just as no one would. Well, that's wonderful. But in our lives, again, we're being very real. We meet a lot of people. So we meet friends, we meet colleagues, we meet students or mentors. As mentors, we meet mentees. How should our relationship, what in your mind is actually building up good relationships, or how should one build up good relationships? Because sometimes, what is the problem? One builds up a good relationship, but then, the relationship does not is not sustained. It's not sustainable at all.
Mhm.
Due to whatever reasons, it doesn't remain the same. So how do you think, what are those powerful tips you can say that, Professor Shahriar can give to, so that there is sustainability in relationships? Because see, if there is sustainability in relationships, there's going to be peace in the world. We're talking of peace, we're talking of love, we're talking of smiles, we're talking of humanitarianism. But it won't happen if we don't have good relationships with one another. So, what are your tips for building and keeping those relationships good?
Uh, it's very wonderful question, ma'am. And the point is here that from it is my perception that when you just omit the word, you just remove the word give and take in a relationship,
Hmm.
then your relationship will sustain forever. Give and take. If you have something in your mind that yes, I am just building this relationship to get something, then I think one day,
Not
one
real.
moment in your
Hmm.
life, that relationship will not be
You said it, bang
success
on.
or yes. So for that reason, if we just remove the word give and take, and if you just help a person from your heart without thinking anything that okay, I don't want from you anything from you. It is I'm just doing this thing from my goodwill, from my heart, that relationship will be success forever. But in
Absolutely.
the real reality, the real world, each and every time we just use that word give and take, give and take, and give and take. Like all of the clubs
Oh, there's a technical glitch.
in our society. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, for a moment we almost lost you. There was some kind of a lag, but but what you said, you made a lot of sense. The give and take you said. So yes, I
Yes,
think the
yes,
most important thing in relationships.
yes.
I think we're getting some lag, so I'll really like to wind it up. Though I wanted to chat some more with you, and I what you mentioned reading, you mentioned books, and that's another topic which is very close to my heart. Reading and books. How do you think, or maybe you could just suggest some good must reads for every human being? We should read, we should try to read, even if it's a couple of pages, but one should read. So, what tips do you suggest for effective reading?
Okay. The point is here that I think I have some net issues because weather is not good.
Okay, okay, okay.
So yes, no, it's okay. Again, please, ma'am, I'm just not getting your question now. So what's your question, please?
Okay, so let's just say, so let's, Professor, just wind this up. So, if you have to give a very powerful message and also with two lines of a nice song to spread smiles, because we believe in making everyone feel happy. So, say something and just add two lines of a song, and we'll say bye bye to everyone because I understand the technical problems. Yes.
Yes. Actually, ma'am, you just always ask me for song. I don't know whether I am a good singer or not, but the point is here that whatever the question you just asked, I think it's a book about the book.
Yes, it was
So
books. It was about
yes,
reading. Yes.
yes, reading. So I think reading habit, because I have it's a very much important habits. If you like, if you don't like, don't read. But
Okay.
if you want to like to read, then read anything, because
Okay.
each of the point, each of the word, you get something. Like I have still one of my notebook with me, that the whole notebook I'm just writing the synonym from my school life,
Oh, that's
from the
wonderful.
dictionary. When I just read the books, like I'm just showing you something, these types of books. I'm just
Wow.
always read the laws of leadership, 21st refutable. Because now is the time that dark psychology, you just understand, must understand, because this is not my subject, but I have that curiosity to understand. And also you have think and grow rich. So I think you just thinking this thing, otherwise it's not possible. Also I have, this is my curiosity, crime and punishment.
Okay. Oh, that was lovely. I think we have lost our professor again, and this time, hello, professor, can you hear us? Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh,
to
there he is.
read, to read. Yes.
Absolutely
I'm
wonderful,
so I
wonderful.
yes, yes. So I think yes, if you have that capacity and capability to buy a book, no, to read a book, then you just read. Otherwise, I think don't read, because it's from your heart. If you just read, then read from your heart. Otherwise, don't read. Like textbook, I have always neglected to read the textbook. That is one of my habit. Now that come to the last point, that ma'am again asking me to sing a song.
Yes.
So
And please also tell people to be real, to be good human beings, to love and support one another, to lift their fellow human beings up rather than putting them down, because that's important. We are here for that. And before we forget or before we lose everyone, Professor Independent Perception Research Hub and Chilparco International are going to be organizing an international conference, and we will keep you updated about that pretty soon. So we would definitely like participation from all our global friends. And for us, each and every one of you is unique. So we will want you to bring out the uniqueness within you through your powerful words at the conference. But we will let you, and we will be giving you details about the conference very soon. So, Professor, yes, now it's your time.
yes. So now I'm just sing the song. Ma'am always like that song, that Jab
Oh,
Koi
yes,
Baat
I
Bigad
love it.
Jaye. So I'm just start that जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हम नवा। न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हम नवा। 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. এখনো কি আমার কথা মনে পড়ে মধুমিতা, আমি শুনি বারবার সেই আওয়াজ। Thank you so much.
Was calls for a loud round of applause. Don't you think it was wonderful, everyone? And he uses three, four languages. Same song, three, four languages. Absolutely awesome, amazing, unique, unstoppable. What do I say? I mean, this is being tenacious. This is being real. Thank you so much, Professor. It was absolutely a delight to be chatting with you over a cup of coffee. My coffee is over.
My one
And
was.
I'm sure yours is too. But thank you
Yes.
so much. It was a delightful chat today, and looking forward to our collaborative conference together. Very soon, we will be announcing, both Professor and I. So stay tuned for our updates. And yes, do stay tuned to Chilparco International and Independent Perception and Research Hubs, all shows that we have and all conferences that we have. And in the meantime, enjoy yourself, stay happy, stay blessed. Hasta mañana till we meet again. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Professor.
Namaste.
Bye bye.
Thank you.